Hello, this is Q-Chick, and I'm sneaking in the bush over here. Oh, what's that noise? It sounded like a Minecraft cave sound. I was talking about the ambience earlier in the last episode. About, you know, those kind of ambience things? Like, I remember when I was playing Honkai Star Rail, and I was really freaked out with whatever those weird cave noises, cave sounds that were going on after the music ends in the towns.
According to Malusa's info, the Sinthe production base is underwater.
I wonder what happens if there's going to be a ceiling leak. That's like really risky. I heard that there was going to be some sort of underwater hotel or something. I'm not sure. I need to go check on that. So let's head over to the headquarters. So I guess like all of these guys are good at swimming. Either it's this weird bubble thingy that happened after I interacted with the first statue of the 7, and now we can just like deep dive. Like how do we become so good? Like you're a nun. I'm not sure how often you are gonna be when you're gonna go. I don't know, go swimming, taking swimming lessons in a sports club or something.
Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the Sinthe production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
I can hear all this echoes and stuff. Is this something that happens when we're underwater? Well, extraordinary. Let's not waste any high time.
You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms.
Do we have harmonics or something we can talk underwater?
Right now to stall for us.
Oh, we're gonna have their point of view too?
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received.
This is gonna be so weird for Nibbler to hear.
Last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
She's gonna bring out her Octonaut
Alas, it would
squad
appear
to
that
fight
communication
people.
with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway, so I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
We're talking about, we're talking about Marcel, isn't it?
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières!
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
I wonder, what happened, like I did talk about this before, what happens
Mr.
if
Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on.
Like, what
I
happened
think an
if we
attorney won't be necessary.
pick the other
This is probably just
persons?
a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years
Like,
ago.
is this
to the
gonna
case
be,
of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
come on, I want to go beat people up in a
Really
factory.
think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
These people were brainwashed?
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarande in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries.
Man, I really have to focus
These are
my
the known
right
facts about the
hands
case.
on the mouse.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Okay, what loopholes? The Confrérie of... Hold on. We have to... It's been a long time. Hold on, let me try and figure this out.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin.
Okay, we're now holding more water! Cool. So, it usually says, it has a question at the end to, let's see. Possibility of third person. A clothing? Yeah, it was!
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Have we really falsely accused the person?
May I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved,
expose the reason that he needed to protect Navia?
I thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot.
What's the noise?
And restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
Is it the orgies?
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die. I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right?
Let's bring up the drugs!
But kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both
Silver
events?
mentioned pathos, it just reminds me of my
On top
English
of that,
class
does a person
when we
have to
were
be physically
discussing
present
it
to control the timing?
regarding
Can't
animal
someone
rights.
remotely monitor the place?
Remotely?
Know what you can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations, until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
At this rate, Nagia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
Dude,
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now?
Come on, can we just cut to us beating up,
collected, and conscientious,
you know,
instead of
the
dwelling
drug
only
factory?
on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh,
Vacher?
so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard
No,
of.
you're
I
just
was waiting for
covering
you
it.
to say that.
Yeah, you're covering it up. Yes, 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 we're beating people up, finally! Oh, that took so long, that took so long. Oh, we're underwater. Oh no, this sounds a little scary. Oh, we're in a domain now too. Okay, okay, Rosaria, you didn't even drown. Oh, this is very spooky. Ooh, hello, little thingy. Oh, it's a door resurrection. It looks a lot more fashionable now too. Ooh, we got some guys to take care of. Well, we're all going in all in this, so let's just do a little weird things going on
Brace
here.
yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Oh wait! Oh!
Let's light
Oh,
it up.
wrong setup. Okay, let's just take care of this dog. Sorry. Let's collect this. We got like Gardamex now too. Oh wait! No! No, the elevator!
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Oh, come on! I'm so glad it didn't just like make us go through that whole trial again. So this music is just kind of creepy. Like, oh no, we're gonna have to take care of those dogs again, right? You know what? No, you know what? No, Farina still is like not a very good talent level at the moment. So let's just, I'm just not gonna use the brush again because I don't have anything to charge it up right now. Let's just beat these doggies up. Sorry, doggies. Get some water on them. And let's make sure we're actually on the elevator. Okay. This guy knows that I'm a reckless person, moving around, fidgeting. He's like one of those teachers that tell you to, I don't know, stand still, even though I like to fidget around to actually focus. Okay, finally we're up here. Oh, chest! We're gonna have to look out for all this. Anything? Oh, this is just so creepy. Even though it looks so pretty. Love it.
Paimon doesn't see a way.
Oh no.
Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Hello? Ooh. There's something over there that we can break. Made of Joe. What can we look over here? Just trying to also look around for chests. So there's these things. No, that thing's like doesn't really react. I think these are. Oh, let's go underwater. Ooh, aberrants. Cool. So let's go ahead and Hulk smash. And then Hulk smash rock. I'm not sure how to do a Hulk voice, but anyways, let's go ahead. Still look for anything. I don't know what that statue's supposed to be about. It's like those creepy statues. Oh, we're just gonna flush water, drown. Oh, it's going up. Okay. Oh, and those things. Oh, those blades. They kind of look dangerous. Let's not go near them. You know those cogs.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top.
Cool. Anyways.
But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Oh geez, I hope we don't get caught. So, oh, there's that other door over there. I think I might have seen this. No, I don't think I did from that level over there. Or, oh, okay, that door. I might have seen this, but I didn't really think twice. Oh, okay, more mechs. So we still don't see any more chests. They could be hanging around here. Come on, how come our birds haven't gone down up already? I'm glad we have some chicken on me. Oh, we got Bennett. Okay, we can heal with this. Oh, nice vaporize. So let's take care of these robot mechs. Unfortunately, these mechas are resistant to physical damage, and still one of the only people in the in the entire Genshin fan base that actually uses the physical team most of the often without Eula. So let's just take care. Let's just do a little bit of robotic abuse. Hopefully PETA doesn't catch that. Hopefully he won't mistake robotic dogs for real dogs like he does with Animal Crossing. Oh look, water levels are rising again. Look at these bubbles. They look so... I'm gonna pop them. Ooh, what's that over there though? So... It sounds like music that little Kelly would use. You know the little club videos? I don't know what's going on with them. What's behind here? Nope. Invisible wall. Man, I'm just like trying to break my neck over here. Just trying to... It just kind of hurts. Ooh, what's behind here? I'm just looking anywhere. So, you know what? There's invisible walls galore. Let's just look in places where there's actually going to be a solid chance that there's going to be a chest around. So, oh, watch your step. Watch your step, guys. It's a little dangerous. Ooh, this seems to be like stained glass. I wonder, like, this guy can afford all of this. Jeez. What, did he go into a domain just to pull the Super Mario Maker on us? On this thing? Oh, chest, let's go. I can't even break these pots too. This guy just like completely Zelda-proofed this place. Ooh, some Usia aligned guys. Imagine if I brought Fremine along here. I think like he might have actually done like a bit better damage than Razor. But you know what? I don't care anyways. Let's take care of these guys. Wait, you guys were like looking behind you? I'm gonna have to look back on the footage. Ooh. Oh, I'm getting knocked around. I can barely see the Bennett's thumb on this ground over here. Oh, ooh. What a nuisance. Oh, this guy just like... Oh, this is annoying. You know what? That's it. It's furry time. Alright, die. Oh no, it's his doggies. It's his electro doggy brethren. Take him out. I'm sorry, old family, but I need to, you know, this floodlight's slowly going on Razor. Any more chests? I'm just very hungry. Oh, okay, I just entered through there. Let's see. What is this place anyway? Just look around. Sorry for I'm just like going spamming. Oh, this sounds very... It's just giving me goosebumps.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum.
Oh, this looks very salty.
The mastermind isn't here.
He's being charged by Navia as we speak.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the opera house and help
yeah, with the help of some teleport waypoints. Imagine if they didn't exist, and then Navi would be just plunk in jail.
Aw, it's a bunch of really cute things.
What are they?
Accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
Okay, who's doing a Barbie cosplay in here?
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but
Oh.
why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
Creepy. Okay, I just hope this guy is not EDP, because he actually kills the girls instead of
the girls from the
doing
serial
gross things with them.
They were brought here, and then they were turned into water.
Okay, now this guy's gonna be labeled with, I don't know, child trafficking.
That means, oh, this is terrible.
Their final stop. Jeez, this is rough. And then like this guy, like imagine Navia was brought over here. Jesus Christ. Anyways, let's go over here and check this out.
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes.
Stop me.
Callous.
Yes,
Nadia's
yes. Oh,
father.
this is good evidence.
Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him. Yep. It's about finding
Okay.
someone to assassinate
Whoever.
Jacques
Okay,
and
this
Callous
definitely
because of a lack of
confirms
confidence
Navia's
that Jacques
suspicion
himself
about the
would
third person's
This should
involvement.
prove the existence of the third person.
That was
right?
what I said. Man, I keep on thinking about everyone else, but like I was like right on the money last time when I suspected that Cowell was the one who was actually had ulterior motives.
Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he
So
wants.
I can't really think of like a story to this. So I'm probably kind of like the average Genshin player, just going along with the story.
He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Jeez. Well in advance.
They're all just so evil.
It's like Moriarty, isn't it? I played the Honkai Impact 3rd quest with Fu Hua, and when she was stuck in Phosphorus. And Moriarty, he's just a very... Oh, this is so unnerving. Wonder. Yeah, okay. Oh, this place makes me feel sick.
Basin over here, and it's full of water.
It looks so yucky though. It looks like... not sure. It's like a brine pool, like an Octonauts.
That means this is where they make all the synth. And that special water is the main
And this definitely doesn't look like a Walter White
if you
thing.
dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff can dissolve a human.
Oh, so they just yeet the girls in there?
Evidence.
Primordial seawater pool. Come on, let's go take a picture of it. This looks gonna be really cool to show to the audience. Make sure they all puke just like me.
Whoa. There's so much synth here. And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled.
Jeez.
Whoa, there's even fruit-flavored synth?
Ew.
Yep.
They have all these like weird flavors for vapes and cigarettes and sell it to children. I learned that back in my Christian private school. It was just made me so sick that they would actually try to attract children to actually smoke or vape with all these candy flavored, these weirdly flavored vapes. It's making me so sick. Jeez. You know, cigarettes are things that actually killed my grandpa. Even if like his friends said in the Vietnam War, they didn't have any bad intentions. It was just for recreation purposes.
Like some kind of place for research.
And now it's just like kicked him on the back.
16 aims
This
to
is came to
verify
bite his
Jacob
ass.
Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as
Jacob
a foundation
Ingold.
to
I'll
achieve a
remember that.
breakthrough.
Probably.
The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22,
I'm getting chills! Why am I having so many goosebumps? Hey, I'll hug you. This is the first time that maybe one of the first few times I want to hug Paimon. Maybe I don't want to associate with her from the Paimon from Hell of a Boss, even though I don't want to watch that stupid gay demon show.
You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
And then we have all this creepy music here. Okay, to save his lover, a woman called Gold the Researcher who was dissolved. Do you think it was Vasher who was the one behind this and wanted to become really secret? That's just a theory. I don't think it's nearly as solid as my cowl theory. Visionaire.
So that's why he did all of these experiments. But did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over?
It reminds me of that one person.
Insane.
The person who was insane. Vasher. Who's that?
Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
He is a researcher! I know it! I knew it! Okay, so Vasher, he wanted to get rid of his name so no one can suspect him. But thank you, young lady, the Oceanid, in this fountain. Who is that guy? Who is like... I don't know. I might have to think of that later. I just thought of Dr. Tube Brains from Work Girl, but you know what? Actually, I will end off the video here. I'll be super duper mean, but I was onto something, and you know what? I'll elaborate it in the next episode. Bye!